Hey, welcome back, traders. It's Friday, May 3rd, 2024. Time for a general market update. So as a reminder, the presentation is for educational purposes by Rain King LLC. So the agenda today is we're going to go over the indices and breadth of the market. We're going to look at updating our watch list, looking at some of the shakeout potentials that we saw on some charts last week. And then I thought I would give people a much broader preview of Rain King Insights, the website, to give you a little more information, and then we will summarize. So the indices and market breadth. Here's where we are again on the NASDAQ composite. I cut this chart about a half an hour ago, around 2:10 Eastern Standard Time. As we spoke last week, we have about a 7.9% decline. We have this rally attempt that's going on right now, but still, the net new highs and new lows is still incredibly weak under the surface. There's nothing really convincing. And you can see even the distribution days on the NASDAQ, all of the larger volume days are red. So that's showing more distribution in the markets. That's not helpful. Today is day 10 of the rally attempt. We have seemed to pop above the 50-day moving average. Can we close above there? We'll see in the next hour and a half. So far, the volume looks pretty weak and doesn't look like it's going to get anywhere near a follow-through day. There doesn't seem to be a lot of real push in a lot of names to be convincing. And currently, though, this gap up is the NASDAQ is up 2%. We'll see how it closes. A lot of this is probably being driven by Apple and its earnings reaction, which, frankly, I think it's kind of much ado about nothing. There was nothing in the report from Apple that was convincing that they had any new real products to drive future growth of the company, but that's a different matter. If we switch over to the S&P 500, again, we've declined about 5.9%, and we're getting this rally attempt. We're above the purple line, which is the 20-day, but we've bumped our head against the 50-day twice. We'll see if we can get above that at the close. Again, there's this gap on the jobs report today, and maybe Apple has contributed to that as well. But again, all the heavy days of volume on the S&P have been red. This is just not the profile we want to see of a market that is under distribution, and the new highs and new lows is still showing a pretty weak market. So we're not really in a state of accumulation, but we got to stay engaged and see if things will turn. But so far, the indices don't look that strong. Okay, let's go to the watch list that I started last week and just trying to do an update. So this are the same symbols I had from a week ago, but I've just color-coded them. We had these 4 categories. So under bases, the green are all stocks that are still currently in base building mode. The ones in light blue are bases that have actually broke out this week. So we do have 3 of those. And Uber looks really in trouble. It continues to gradually decline. So I've actually taken it off the list currently. Now, the shakeouts were where we focused our attention last week. This was kind of a broad list of potential shakeouts. So the ones in red have really, I think, rolled back. They're not showing that strong V that we want to see with volume. They've really rolled back and are declining. The ones in I've crossed out are ones that look like they've completely broken down for a new leg down. So I've crossed those off the list. The ones in blue look like they've confirmed that are a shakeout because they had the V and they had volume coming up on the recovery. So Qualcomm had a good earnings reaction. VRT had very good volume profile. NVIDIA is currently just above its high volume close a few weeks ago. So there have been some ones, Kava, that have shown that they truly might have been shakeouts, that these stocks in blue might still be under accumulation. The ones I left in gray, Nutanix and CART, I think the jury's still out. I actually own a starter position in Nutanix, but it continues to stall at the 50-day line. So that's a little bit concerning if it's going to roll back or not. But I'll keep it on the list. Pullbacks, Shack has actually shown a strong bounce. Hubble and Dash on its earnings, PWR, have all kind of broken down. They're no longer looking like sound pullbacks. Hood is kind of still in question. On the relative strength side, the names that we had last week, I think all of these names are still in blue, are still showing relative strength in a weak market. So they're something you should keep an eye on. MedPace, I think, is giving up the relative strength, and I would be cautious about it. I will let people know that I do own a small position in Chipotle. Now, I wanted to point out that just because we have failed shakeouts doesn't mean the chart is completely off the watch list. You really want to try to anticipate how a chart might morph from a shakeout into potentially a double bottom base. So I just called up one chart here. This is actually sweet green. And this, about a week ago, we were looking at this as a possible shakeout. It came down, almost got to the 50, had a nice recovery here with good volume. So it looked like it was going to be a shakeout, but then it's completely rolled back. Excuse me. Completely rolled back now, and it looks pretty ugly. But if you'll notice, this could actually be the beginning of a double bottom. First leg down, small rally, and then here's the second leg down, undercutting the first leg. So be open to this particular name shaping up to form a double bottom in a constructive manner, and I wouldn't yet take it off the watch list. This can happen for a number of these names that look like failed shakeouts. They may morph into more constructive bases. Okay, Rain King Insights. I've got two pieces of important information to share. One is my 85-year-old mother has some health conditions. She had a mild stroke about a week and a half ago, and I really need to attend to a number of things related to that. And what that means is there's going to be a pause in the website for a few weeks. So I don't know if this delayed getting the website launched. It was targeted for June 1st. I don't know if this will be somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks of delay. We'll see how it plays out. So I want to let you know that there's going to be a slight delay with the website for good reason. But I also wanted to give you a much deeper preview of what this website's all about and to see if you have any interest. So let's go through it. Rain King Insights is for a website for growth stock traders. This is actually a snippet of the homepage, and it's all about education for growth stock traders and coaching. And I'm going to share, there's going to be 3 levels of service, really focus on people with 0 to 10 years of experience in the markets. So the homepage is all about using this kind of raining motif. We want to make it rain. We want to see you make more money in your portfolio, and we believe that starts with a solid education and then putting in good experience in the markets to refine your craft. So the homepage will have a segment about what the website's all about in a video, and it will also include an introduction of who I am, what I'm all about, and that I'm a position trader and I'm not a full-time trader. So there's 3 levels of membership in the service, and we have the first is called the Raindrop Series, and this is designed for people with 0 years of experience to 2 years of experience. It's primarily focused around the CanSlim principles, but there's also some expanded material. So you can see that here, 0 to 2 years experience, give you an idea of some of the topics that will be included in the Raindrop Series. The Sprinkle Series will be people that generally have 3 to 7 years experience in the market. They've been in the markets a while. They have some experience through market cycles, but they're looking to improve their results. So the Sprinkle Series has a whole series of topics within it that's starting to get more advanced stuff beyond basic CanSlim. And the Cloudburst Series is for people with probably at least 8 to 10 years of experience. They probably have done pretty well, but they want to refine, build their edge, and get more consistency in their trading. So you can see some of the topics within this series are a little more advanced. They get into very specific different setups that I use, buying IPOs, pullback setups, some candlestick work, etc. So there's a lot of material there. And you'll also notice that the key part of the coaching side is the way this is going to work is the initial launch of the website will be dropping 3 videos into each series at the launch. And then from there, there'll be a new video at the beginning of every single month. And then we will have a coaching huddle every single month for each different membership, for the basic membership, the premium membership, and the Rain King membership, we'll have a coaching huddle that'll be live. We'll take your questions, we'll clarify concepts, and we'll all get a chance to learn from each other and improve our results. There are some things that you get when we'll get to the advanced level, and I'll get to those in just a moment. But that's the basic concept, constant educational videos and good discussion and huddles to make sure everybody understands the material. Again, I mentioned there'll be video drops initially, then a monthly drop, and the huddles. In addition to that, any of these membership levels will continue to get the general market updates every single week. The GMU Extras, which I now call the Sun Shower series, those are those short little videos. Those will be available to everyone, and I'll share a page on a whole bunch of additional resources. So as I mentioned, the coaching huddles, there'll be live coaching huddles each month on the different topics in the different tiers of membership. For those of you that want more attention to maybe some specific aspect of your trading, whether it's buying, selling, holding, positioning, I will do one-on-one coaching. You just need to give me an email and we can talk about what you're looking for and how we can provide it. Again, I mentioned the GMU extras, excuse me, the GMU updates. Going forward, once the membership launches, the first GMU of the month will be free to the public. Everybody will get that. But after that, the remaining 3 for the month will be essentially behind the membership wall. So if you're a member of the site, you'll get every single weekly GMU. If not, you'll be the public will get once a month. The GMU Extra series, just to refresh, these are 10 to 12-minute videos that I do on a specific trading topic. There's, I don't know, there's probably 10 of these are already on my YouTube channel. You should search that. Plenty of good topics. I have a whole bunch of other topics that I'm planning to release. I've already recorded some of these, so lots of new topics, and these will be free to everyone, to the public as well as members. There'll be some other additional resources throughout the site for all members. There'll be a post-analysis checklist, how to use bases and analyze bases quickly and efficiently. There'll be a dozen sell rule notes and different examples and rules for selling. There's going to be a brief trader assessment, a whole bunch of free stuff for people, as well as anybody who's a member will get the 2024 market diary. So there'll be lots of additional material for members. One part of the website that I'm really going to be proud of is, I've conducted a lot of research over the last 10 years on the market, and for the first time ever, I'm going to be making these reports available for purchase. So a couple things. Many of you might be familiar with the 55 Greatest Winners report, but I also have basically a model stock report for the market cycle from 2012 to 2015. I have another one that we did back in 2016, that market cycle, 16 through 18. I've done a complete model book on studying about 54 high-tight flags and what to look for that I completed back in 2020 that'll be available. Earnings gap workshops and reports. And the latest work that I've been working with another individual on, a few individuals, is the 2020 to 21 market model book. And this research study is probably 90% complete. And we believe by the fall, this will be really interesting data. It goes into a deep dive on all the green flag stocks that surged 20% or more in the first 8 weeks during COVID. And there's quite a bit of charts. I've got over 80 professionally annotated charts. The book itself is an incredible resource to have all the big winners annotated as daily and weekly charts. So I'm pretty proud of these reports, lots and lots of charts and lots of other material. So I will offer some sample pages, probably 3 to 5 sample pages for each of these reports on the website, so you can take a look and see if it's something that may be interested in your trader library. At the Rain King membership level, which is the premium tier, I will be offering a weekly video, which I will share my watch list, and I will share a specific focused list of stocks that I think are actionable. I will get into the actionable ideas. We'll go over the pivots and setups that I'm using. We'll show you where to enter, what the stop loss recommendation will be, potentially some stuff on position sizing and overall exposure levels as the market unfolds. So that'll be a weekly video with much more specific actionable ideas. If somebody is interested in that type of material off the website, I will do that on a weekly video, probably on a Monday or Tuesday evening. Also, for those at the Rain King level, the premium tier, I have almost all of the Blue Sky event materials, all the way from Blue Sky 1, which started in 2018, to Blue Sky 6 of last year. So I have audio recordings of the first Blue Sky 1 and Blue Sky 2, and all the different speakers. We have some slide decks. And then we have from Blue Skies 3, 4, 5, and 6, we have Zoom videos of all those materials. So if you missed one of these Blue Sky Vault archives will be available for anybody joining the Rain King tier. And so let's get into the matrix. I just put together a matrix to say, well, what do I get at different tiers? So I've listed all these different topics I just shared with you. There's a bunch of free stuff that'll be available to everyone for free. The start of the month general market update, everybody gets the GMU extras, and I will show 1 or 2 sample videos from the course that'll be available to the public. The basic membership is going to be about $25 a month, $300 annually, which is pretty much where I plan to give it for people that are just starting their investing journey. The premium is about $46 a month, and the Rain King levels at $75 a month. Because of the nature of the material, there will not be a monthly membership. There will be only a quarterly membership as a trial at the initial launch of the website. So when we launch the website, if you're only interested in a trial, you can get a 3-month trial. There'll be a trial quarterly period. After that, you'll have to subscribe on an annual basis. After the launch of the website, once we get 6 or 12 months in, there'll no longer be a trial at the quarterly. It'll only be annual. Early bird members, I will put out an early bird discount coupon probably at least 2 weeks before the actual launch, and there'll be discounts on all of this pricing for people that want to take advantage of that to try the service. So this gives you a sense. It shows you by dots what you get. So the Raindrop series is included in the basics, the monthly coaching huddles. You can see as you would expect, the more premium the membership, the more things that you get access to. So give you a sense of where we're going with the website. So if you're interested at all in the website, or if you have questions, or you just want to get on this early bird mailing list, please send me an email at support@rainkinginsights.com. Be happy to get you on the list. There's no commitment at all. You can be on the list, take a look at things, and then if you don't want to join, that's fine too. But if we do, we'd love to have you aboard at whatever tier. Okay, getting back to the market, just to summarize what this week's all about. The indexes are still had this first leg down. Again, the rally so far looks to be a dead cat bounce. We could roll over and get a second leg lower. We haven't seen a follow through day or anything really convincing yet, so we could roll. So we have the S&P bumping into the 50. They're both trying to recover and hold their 20 days. So far, the rally really looks kind of weak, but it could change. So just be open to things as they develop day by day. The new highs and new lows, very weak profile, not convincing at all that the market's ready to really gather some steam here. We're still watching new bases. We want to understand stocks that are basing. We want to look at those shakeouts. We're looking for relative strength during a corrective period. Exposure levels of the market are really lowered a little bit from 10 to 15. I've lowered it to 5 to 10, maybe a few pilot positions. I took a couple last week and they were stopped out. So it's a very tough environment. I don't think you should be diving into anything too deeply here. We're still looking for convincing action, but we haven't gotten it yet. So the quote of the week this week is from Charlie Munger, who passed away last year. And he says, "It's not supposed to be easy. Anyone who finds it easy is stupid." So, the markets can be very, very challenging. They can be challenging on your psychology. They can be challenging on your pocketbook if you're not careful managing risk. So don't get down when you take some losses. Stay engaged with the market, and there'll be better times ahead. Hopefully the market will gather itself and we'll get another leg higher. Well, that's the market update for May 3rd, 2024. We'll see you next week.